Greetings, everyone. What's going on with y'all? Top of the top. When you come in the chat, if you can see me, press 1. If you can hear me, press 2. If you can see me, press 1. If you can hear me, press 2. I'm so thankful for you guys being here. I got an amazing build today. As always, it's designed to make you better. So when you leave here, you're a more official person, a better friend, a better lover, a better son, a better daughter, a better business owner, a better worker, just overall better. So I'm thankful for you guys being here. So if you can hear me, press 1. If you can see me, press 2. So I'm thankful for you guys being here, man. And before I even get started, man, I want to just say shout out to those people, my Facebook supporters, man. Shout out to the Coin Gang supporters. I can't do this without you. Shout out to the people that show up on YouTube for me. Shout out to my Cash App supporters. It's so many names, man. Shout out to you, right? And I'm not everybody's cup of tea. So for you to show up for me, that means something, because I show up as my authentic self every time. But I'm not everybody's cup of tea. You know, I don't really drip like everybody else. So I appreciate y'all, because without y'all, I couldn't do what I'm doing, right? So someone says sounds different. How does it sound? Does it sound deep? Been doing some things with my microphone. Does it sound heavy? Does it sound good enough to get through? Because you know over here it's top shelf or nothing. So if it's not top shelf, then I need y'all to tell me, and we'll reschedule this at another date. You know, don't have your boy out here just doing whatever, right? How does it sound? Can we get through it? All right. Now I trust y'all that y'all not gonna have me out here like Barry White. You know what's funny? Is my voice been the same since I was in 7th grade? My voice been the same since I was in 7th grade. It hasn't grown. I haven't grew. I went through puberty at 12 and 13 and stopped. All right. So, okay. Hey, so check it. The topic today is your tongue is your enemy. Your tongue is your enemy. I said I sound like Barry White. I'm going to take that as a compliment, because when I hear my voice back, it's this big, right? Right? I'm a stocky dude with a real baby voice, right? So I sound terrible in an argument because no one takes me serious, because my voice is this big, right? So if I sound deep today, that's by accident, because something going on with my mic, but I'm going to take it, all right? Right? All right, so listen. The topic of today is actually a serious topic. This is a topic that affects you and your family. This is a topic that you can actually pass to your children. This is a topic that's going to determine where you end up in your life. This topic is as serious as water. It's as serious as air. It's as serious as money, right? This topic is a serious topic. This topic is about language and the power of the tongue. And you better watch your mouth. Because if you don't watch your mouth, you're going to put yourself in an early graveyard, not a physical death, a living death. If you don't watch your mouth, you're going to put yourself in hell on earth. Make sure you like and share the video. You know why we press the like button, right? Because the like button cuts through the algorithm. The like button allows people to see the post. So that's why we smash the like button. All right? So don't jerk me on my likes, my friends. It's free. So today we're talking about the tongue. We're talking about language. We're going to talk about the tongue being your enemy. We're going to talk about magic. We're going to talk about creation. We're going to talk about understanding the nature of God. We're going to talk about authoritative speaking. All right. So just prime your mind for the areas that we're going to discuss. Your tongue being your enemy. We're going to discuss magic, real magic. We're going to discuss creation. We're going to discuss understanding the nature of God. And we're going to discuss authoritative speaking, commanding with audacity and nerve, learning how to say things out your mouth with master confidence and nerve. Because I know your background and I know where you come from and I know what you're up against. And I know what the lies you have programmed yourself, because I've done the same exact thing. I program myself with the same lies. So I know, trust me, I know. Right? So we're going to talk about speaking with authority, commanding. Do y'all know the mouth and the ass are the same thing? They both get rid of waste. One deals with the past and one deals with the future. Watch how I bring this together. The mouth and the ass are the same exact thing. One burps, one breaks wind. They both represent time leaving the body. The problem is the mouth becomes the ass. That's why the majority of people talk shit and not life. We're adults, so we can talk that way, right? But the rectum, the anus, and the mouth are the same thing. They both represent time. The things that come in the body leave the body through the mouth and through your ass. And if you don't put good things in your body, you're going to be able to tell what comes out of your mouth and what comes out of your bottom. The reason why people's lives look the way it does is because the mouth has become an ass. The mouth is the instrument that we create with, because we have a tongue, and that is our wand. It's creation. The reason why your anus is in back of you, because it represents the past. It represents things you don't want to deal with anymore. The problem is that the mouth has become the ass. Most people, when they talk in the past. That's what your ass is for. Your ass gets rid of the past. But what has happened is the mouth has become the anus. So when people talk, the things that come out of their mouth is nothing but waste. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me. See, today when you leave, I want your ass to go back where it's supposed to be, behind you, not in front of you. Because many of you have reversed the roles. Isn't this interesting? That when you look at pictures, women take their pictures and they show their ass in all of the pictures. They have to be from the side. Why? because the training that they've been under has made the ass the future. When the future is really representative of your mouth. Your ass belongs behind you because it is the past. You understand? So when you leave here, your future is going to be where your mouth is, and your past is going to be where your ass is. That's where it belongs. That is the order and the nature of things. See, when you're poor, you're taught to use worldly language. You're taught to use language that amplifies the world. The words people are using are for the world, but the words are not for the elevation of themselves. Worldly language is for the world. It develops the world. Worldly language creates nothing into something, and then you get trapped in the something. Let me tell you what I mean. You get trapped in the something. Do you know what something that you're entrapped in? Words, language created what you call things like white supremacy. It didn't create itself. You could have called it anything. My dictionary. So we have a firm understanding. White in language is positive. In language, not in skin. Right? Matter of fact, give me a sec. Let's really do this, right? 1 second. Just so you guys, so we understand about worldly language. And when we say things, okay, 1 second, right? We're about to get real surgical right now. Because again, it's about you leaving here better than when you came. So let's get surgical with this thing here. Let's do it. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? See if I can make it bigger for you. This is the definition of white. Okay? Press 1 if you can see my screen. Because I'm going to explain to you about worldly language. And everything that we're living has came from our mouth. Okay? What you want to live in, you talk about it. All right? So I'm just going to give you an example of white. So when you say something is white supremacy, your intention might be a certain type of way. However, the road to hell is paved with good intention. So let's look at white. White, the color, white is free from color. Now, what does color mean? If you've heard me talk before, then you heard me talk about color hides things. It conceals. So if you're free from color, that means you show up properly. All right? Give you an example. That means you show up proper. Let me show you what color does. You see this? This is a clean slate right here, right? Clean slate. Let me show you what color does. When you deal with color, this thing that is now clean becomes unclean. Anything that I have in here, when I put color to it, it conceals. So when you put color onto a human, you take away the nationality, you take away the tribe, you take away the clan, and you take away an identity. So when something is free of color, it is showing up in its proper place. All right? Now, let's go to white. Light, palette, and color. Yeah. Do. I want to focus on this right here. White, free from spot or blemish, free from moral impurity. What's that word say, y'all? Somebody in the chat say this. This is what white means. So understand, when you say white supremacy, if you believe in the universe don't understand your intent. It only understands the command. Free from moral impurity. Someone in the chat type that word. What does that word say? What is that? What is this word? Okay, let me see if I got. What's that? Someone type that. Innocent. Do you notice when a so-called black man is shot, they say unarmed, they never say innocent. When something happens to a child at Sandy Hook, they said innocent children were hurt. The word innocent is never applied to a so-called black man because he can't be innocent because he's black. Because black is a thing. Now we're talking language, all right? We're talking worldly language, right? You see that? Free from moral impurity. Now, nature has not done anything to the bloodline of Christopher Columbus. Nature hasn't done anything to the bloodline of the Rothschilds and the Queen of England. You're waiting for the Most High to strike back and nothing is happening. Why? Because the code that they are under is what? Free from moral impurity. So no matter what they do to you, nothing is going to happen to them. This is how powerful language is. Now, when you speak this and create this and call it white supremacy, you build a force field around those people identifying as white. And it's interesting, people from the African American community, when they begin to associate themselves with what we consider white, their lives start to look better. Why is that? And when a person starts to associate themselves with the word or term or concept of black, their life gets worse. Why is that? This is magic. Innocent, huh? Listen, look at this. Someone in the chat typed this. What's that say? What's that say? Can y'all see that? So when you're saying white supremacy, this is what you're saying. And then you attach supreme to it. Supremacy. Supremacy is a positive word. You want to be supreme in the things that you do. You want supremacy in business. You want supremacy in your health. You want supremacy in your love life, in your parenting. You want supremacy in these areas. When you say white supremacy, look at what you're saying. So this says innocent, free from moral impurity. And this also says not intended to cause harm. Now, I don't care what language you're in, you must know it. If you speak Swahili, you must understand it. If you speak Mandarin, you must understand it. You must have a firm grasp of the words that you say, because the universe, if you believe in this, or God, or the deity, Jehovah, Allah, don't understand your intent. Because intent deals with your emotions. It only knows what comes out of your mouth. Why? Because your mouth represents the future and your ass represents the past. But your mouth has become your ass. That's by design. When you say things like white supremacy, you are saying it at your own detriment. When you say things like white supremacy, you are removing yourself out of grace and favor, because the language that you're using does not benefit you. So, white, if I say I'm a white man, here's what I'm actually saying. I am free from moral impurity. I'm innocent no matter what. You know why? Because no matter what I do, is not intended to cause harm. When you call me a white man, if I'm white, if you say that, you're saying that I am free from moral impurity. I am innocent. Oh, but they shot him on national TV. He's white. Y'all call him white. Let's keep going. What's this? Favorable. Fortunate. Y'all see this? This is worldly language. The language that you use should always be in your benefit, not your detriment. Don't for 1 second think that you are not a lab rat. The way that you talk, that's by program. The way that you talk, if you talk like this, I know exactly where to find you. If poor people in America want to change their life, it's not going to come from legislation. It's going to come from talking different. Using the power of the word to change your life. These are spells. So we just seen the word innocent. We just seen the word favorable, fortunate. Don't get it twisted and think that what you consider white people are separated from the definition of white. Because before they were called white, they were called Irish and Polish and Russian. Some tricky occultists understood the power of written language. So they started identifying themselves with meanings that would manifest in the physical world. And they got other people to repeat the meaning, therefore verifying its existence. It's like, when a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? Or does it need a human being to be able to verify its existence? Because who would be there to count it and measure it? So the luck and fortune that y'all say white people have, you give them because of the way that you talk. A human being is born and then they wake up into a world where y'all say you have white privilege. This is what y'all saying: fortunate, favorable, innocent, free from moral impurity. Watch your mouth. Your mouth has become your ass. Your ass is for your past, to get rid of the things you don't want. Your mouth should not be used to get rid of the things you don't want. That's what your ass is for. This is why the mouth and the ass have an interesting relationship with each other, because both have the ability for solid substance to come out of it and gas. They are related to each other. Your ass is behind you for a reason. Don't put it in front of you. If you are going to talk, you talk only for the development and movement of your tribe and kind and self. Only talk for selfish reasons, because you are trying to create something. If you're trying to get rid of something, that's what your ass is for. It's behind you. You cannot see it. So, ladies, your faces are so beautiful. Don't put your ass in the front of the picture, because that's your past. So take a picture with incredible posture and show your teeth. Conservative. White is naturally conservative. Interesting, huh? After you heard that, you should never use the word white supremacy ever again. But wait a minute for a second. Wait a minute. What does black mean? If white means favorable, fortunate, free from moral impurity, don't y'all want to know what black means? In language? 1 second. Make sure you like and share the video. I think this is some uncommon information that can elevate the lives of men, women, and children. Don't you? You agree? What does black mean? One second. Computer's moving a little slow. You guys good out there? If anything, you guys want to be this right here. You want to be that. You want to be free from moral impurities. You want to be fortunate. That's what you want, right? That's what you guys want. You're giving up your grace and favor because of worldly language. You're taught to speak in this manner. But if you're going to speak, you only want to do it selfishly for creation. Bear with me. If my screen freezes, I'll be right back. Just the FYI. Let's see what black means. Because James Brown said, I am black and I am proud. And we said, and I love James, but James wasn't into language and magic and etymology. But I love James. He didn't know. That's why we're here, to do the work. If you guys can see my screen, let me know. Can you guys see my screen? Press 1 if you can see my screen. I've never lied to y'all. If you start right now to put your ass where it's supposed to be and not where your mouth is, the lives of you and your family will change. You'll be a different mother. You will be a different father. The relationship that you have with your mate that is kind of, on the rocks. It's on the rocks because of language. We want to stop speaking worldly language and start speaking selfish language that develops our reality in the way that we want it. We don't want to build the system. We want to build ourselves. We don't want to build the Federal Reserve. We want to build our marriages and our children and our friends and our family. And the way to do that is language. Black, okay, seems regular. Color black, a black sweater, a black dog, black coal. Relating to any population group having dark pigmentation, Black Americans. Seems nothing wrong, right? Remember about color, white was free from color. I think a gentleman earlier described Estevan. I appreciate your support, beloved. Can you post that definition? He's on YouTube. Can you post that definition of color again, sir? I appreciate you. It's a good person right there. Shows me massive support. Appreciate you. Okay. Now let's get interested. It's get interesting right here. Dirty. This is black. Dirty. Characterized by the absence of light. Now, that doesn't seem wrong, huh? That doesn't seem problematic, does it? But light is knowledge. When light is passed to you, that means knowledge is passed to you. When the scriptures say that Jesus is the light of the world, that's dealing with knowledge. So when it says that black is devoid or characterized by the absence of light, what is it saying? It's saying that there is no knowledge in you. Now, look at the condition of the people inside of America that identify as black. Does it look like knowledge is in them? Be honest. Does it look like these people are lacking light? Yes or no? Y'all can lie if y'all want to. But when we think of black, what is the behavior of the people that identify as Black. Not all, but the average. There is a consistent behavior, a movement, a way of talking. What is it? Is it favorable? Is it fortunate? Is it the things that associated with white? Now, understand, the language was created before race. Race is a social construct that put people with that identified as nations under these brands and terms. And I have to deal with this before we move forward, because the way that you're trained to talk, your tongue has become your enemy. So look, characterized by absence of light. It already said dirty, reflecting or transmitting to no light. Okay. Black, heavy, serious. Hold on for a second. Now, somebody, I want y'all to put that in the chat. I don't want to say it. Let me see if I can make that a little big for y'all. I don't want to say it. I want y'all to say it. What's that say? Can y'all see that? This is Black. When James Brown said, "I'm Black and I'm proud," his intention did not matter to the universe. The meaning only mattered. The objective only mattered. Thank you, sir, for this. Color. A self-selected subclass of the economic structure of the kings, queens, and bankers of the land. Yikes. Do you see this? Do you understand why I say that your ass is in front of you? I'm a Black man. Oh, no wonder the things that are happening to you are happening to you, because you're under a spell without even knowing it. You can't be lucky and be Black based on language. This is not me. This is just me reading. If I say I'm Black, I'm saying I'm this. And those people that say they're white, there is some interesting bullet points associated with that. I want to be that. I'm not talking about the image. I'm talking about the attributes. Fortunate, favorable, free from a moral impurity. That means no matter what I do, I always land on my feet. Look at Black, indicative of condemnation, discredit. You owe it to your family to use your language for the upliftment of them, because it's not going to come from the government. It's not supposed to. Do y'all get my drift when I understand, when I describe worldly language? You guys understand? Stop building this shit up. Because only thing you're doing is creating it and living inside of it. You've even brought it to the internet. The internet didn't know race. Y'all brought it here. Y'all brought it to virtual reality. Now you live in it. That's all you see. Everything is about race because you're talking about it. Something ceases to exist the moment you don't talk about it anymore. Nas said in a song, my tongue is power, it thrills women, kills demons. My tongue is power. It thrills women and kills demons. Y'all got some demons that y'all need to kill. These frequencies that have been placed on you and your family, these debts that have been placed on you and your family that is working against your bloodline. A generational curse is nothing but thought, is nothing but language, and you can change it right now. Let's get these likes up, y'all. Black, indicative of condemnation. Woo! Look, look at this. Connected with or invoking the supernatural, and especially the devil. I'm a strong Black woman. So what are you saying, sis? That you're very sad, gloomy, tumultuous? What are you saying, Black man, when you say you are a strong Black man? Are you saying that you're marked by the occurrence of disaster? Are you saying you're characterized by hostility or angry discontent? This is what the universe bounces back to you, because language is the program that we have put in the hologram inside of the computer. So in your mind, you think you're being positive, but the universe only understands the program. Characterized by hostility or angry discontent. Is this why who you consider white lives a different life than you? Could it be language? Because everything, I didn't see anything positive. See, you have Black connected to your emotions and what you wanted to mean, but the word was here before you. So what does the word mean? Not you. Oh, but the universe is Black. How do you know? How do you know? Oh, but Kim meant Black land. But they didn't call themselves Black people, though. They called themselves Nubians. They called themselves Ethiopians. They called themselves nations. So you guys understand, I would like to transition. So you guys understand what I mean, worldly language? When you say white supremacy, or when you say systematic oppression, when you say these things, you are creating it and living inside of it. It's the universe don't call none of that shit. Y'all call it that. I don't know systematic oppression. I don't talk like that. So I don't live like that. I can't speak for the next man, and then I'm not going to inherit the next man's pain either. You get what you say. Eminem said in a song, I am whatever I say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? Fine. You're oppressed if you say you are. You are marginalized if you say you are. But what about economic disparities? What about them? So none of that has to do with decision making? None of it? None of it. So you're telling me that people are doing everything right, but they are getting that outcome? Then I would agree with you and be like, you know what? These people are doing every single thing right, and they still are coming up that short. But that's not the case. There's some character flaws. So I just wanted to discuss worldly language. All right? The language of the world. You don't want to have worldly language. You want to have selfish language. So we already see what Black means. Ain't shit but rage. I mean, you keep going. It's just there's Yeah, there's nothing here. Characterized by grim, distorted, or grotesque satire. Like there's nothing here for me. There's nothing here for me. I can't pull anything from here. Right? I'm in the me business. There's nothing here that I can use that I can apply to my family and we can get a win. So I'm straight on that. If it don't work, then I'm good. So are you saying the ancestors, Francis Cress Welsing and Amos Wilson, are wrong? Yeah. Yeah. Just because you're an ancestor, that doesn't mean what? What does that mean? You can be wrong because I can be wrong. To me, it can work for you. It don't work for me. But yeah, I'm saying that. Because I'm talking language, not what I would like it to mean. Now, I'm not a psychiatrist. Francis Cress was. I don't step into that realm. I'm talking about talking. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm from poverty and I've experimented with language. And I'm only here sitting in front of you because I have put into practice what I'm telling you. I've experimented with it and it works. And I've experimented with that other shit and it don't work. Clearly, because look at the people. The topic of today is your tongue is your enemy. Einstein wasn't discrediting Isaac Newton. He just wanted to add to the conversation. So I'm not discrediting the ISIS papers. I can't. And I'm not discrediting Amos Wilson, Blueprint the Black Power. I can't. I'm just adding to the conversation. However, look at me and look at me clear. I don't live in that world where nobody can be challenged, ancestor or not. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Living dogs are better than dead lions. Respect to people that put it down, but I'm alive. I'm not dead. I'm alive. Now. Fuck that. So black don't work. So we understand worldly language. And we understand now that our ass has been put in our future. This is about future. This is our future, our language, our mouth, right? So we need, just on a minor macro level, a compass to start from. So we can move a little differently and get some wins. Can you guys see my screen? Press 1 if you can see my screen. One thing about Ken Billy, I'm in love with being alive and the living. I give flowers to the dead, but no dead people are more important than the living. None of them. And when I die, the same rule applies. Had my time, it's a wrap. So now it's time for other people to put on. Yeah, it might work if you put white American. You might, yo, try it, yo. Try it, experiment, see what happens. We can only experiment, right? So we want to start changing our language, right? So let's just see if there's some terms that we can use to profit. I am the most powerful words that exist. It reads, far from merely stating a feeling or condition, these two powerful words actually create them. Be especially conscious of what you add to I am. Catch yourself saying these. I'm so upset. I'm annoyed. I'm sure they'll say no. I'm scared. I'm sick. I'm tired of. Switch and verbalize these instead. I'm able. I'm well. I'm feeling good about this. I'm very pleased. I'm open to discussing. You see the difference? We attach I am oppressed. Black celebrities say, I am hunted. I am scared of the police. Quick exercise. If you are here in the chat and you take yourself serious, before we move on, use I am and then attach it with something that is important to you, either important right now or important later. We're going to remove the ass from our mouth and put it where it's supposed to go, in the past. And we're going to use our mouth for what it's for, to talk futuristic. We're not going to build up the world anymore. We're going to build up our homes. We're going to build up our relationships. We're going to build up our health and our finances. And we're going to do that with language. I want to spend some time. Can you guys do that? I want everybody to get a shot. I want everybody to get a turn. I want everybody to change their life right now. Take I am and attach it with something. This is great. Don't be scared. What we got here? I am the greatest. Now, when you type it in here, understand you are typing it into virtual reality. It exists while you're sleeping. So this goes in the ether. I am the greatest. I am powerful. I am the light of the world. I'm a legend in training. I'm determined. Woo! I'm confident. I am a creator. Man, what? I'm a trillionaire? Ooh. Come on now. Y'all, woo. I'm optimistic. I am in my... Come back to me on that. I don't know what you... See, I got to say it right because this is your prayer. So I don't want to misquote you. I am wealthy. I am essential. I'm healthy. I'm worthy of wealth. I'm productive. Man, this is fire. I'm successful. Oh, I am in my true place. Got you. I'm proactive. I'm a billionaire in the making. I am the one. I'm a boss. Dope. I am wealthy. I am wise. I'm dedicated. Fire. I'm talented. I am that I am. I heard that. I am wealthy. Fire. I am healthy. This is great. Look at the difference than saying I am oppressed. Y'all just became family. Y'all don't even know each other. Everybody that participated, you just became family with a bunch of strangers. Why? Why? Because you concentrated on the I am. The I am is not a part of this world. What did Jesus say in the scriptures? Before Abraham, I am. Moses went to Pharaoh and said, I am sent me. I am is not of this world. Systematic oppression and patriot, that's of this world. That's worldly language. That ain't going to get you anywhere. This is going to get you somewhere. I am retype that and I'll say it for you because I want to say the right thing for you. I am present. I am handsome. I am creating. I am great. I am beautifully created. I am great. See this? I am beautiful. Come on now. Man, let me be great and powerful too since we here. I am great. I am powerful. I am God. Period. Period. That's authoritative language. Period. Fire, man. Fire. Dope. Dope. That's amazing, y'all. How do you feel now? Because what you're doing is reprogramming your mouth. You're taking your mouth and putting it where it's supposed to be. Your mouth is not supposed to be behind you. It's supposed to be here. Your ass is behind you. The air that come out your mouth is air of prosperity, of health and wellness, of fortune. This is great. Oh, but there's more though. There's more. I will. Intention and willingness spill out from I will. You are willing to make the time to tend to 10. I'm sorry. You are willing to make the time to tend to someone or something. When you say to yourself, you affirm your capability and set your mind to doing the task. When you say it to someone, it is synonymous to consider it done. Do not take these powerful words lightly. Your credibility at work and in life increases with every I will that you actually accomplish. Now, we ain't done here yet. You just went from I am, now I will. Let me hear it. What will you do? Right? We already programmed the I am. Now let's program the I will. Come on now. Give me them I wills. Let me tell them what's the I wills. What's popping? Take back control of your mouth and your time. Let's get it. I will win. I will build generational wealth. I will change my reality. I will accomplish all my goals. Oh man, I will prosper. Come on. Come on. If you can protest out in the street talking about no justice, no peace, that's a lie. You don't got peace in your home. You don't got peace in your marriage. What are you talking about? You don't got peace with your children. You don't got peace with your health. You don't have it because you look what you're outside saying. This will bring you everything you want, not that. You let the blind lead the blind and let the dead bury the dead. I will push to the top. I will change my reality. I will accomplish all of my goals. I will prosper. I will take my power back. That's powerful. That's powerful. What is this? I will live a long, healthy life. I will succeed. I will be more present. I will overcome all challenges. These are prayers, y'all, and you're praying to the AI. I will prosper. I will not go back. This is great. I will change the world. Big stuff. That's authoritative language. Speaking like an authority. I will change the world. I will love. I will become a millionaire. I will be happy. I will be fearless. I will make my family the first billion. Come on now. Big talk. I will continue to better for my life. Come on, man. Come on. Look what's happening here. This is transformation. You have taken your life and finally have control. Because for so long you've been talking worldly. You've building the system and this outside world up at your own detriment. Right? So make sure when you say this, make sure you don't kill it with the knot. Keep it on the up and up, right? So the opposite of fail is win. So just say, I will win. You feel me? Because you don't want to kill your prayer. So don't put anything that'll step on the toes, right? So that's like wearing a fly ass outfit and you fuck it up with the kicks. You know what I'm saying? So don't say I will not fail. That's defensive. You're offensive. You got the ball in your hand. You AI. You about to cross up Jordan, right? So what you just said really is I will win, right? I will win. Dope, y'all. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all, right? So keep everything in the positive. Don't say we don't want to talk about what we don't like anymore. That's what the ass is for. The ass is for the past. The ass gets rid of the things we don't need. The mouth is only concerned, is used for our needs, wants, desires, hopes, our future. Our mouth is our compass, right? You let the ass deal with the waste. It's behind us for a reason, right? Let's keep going. I'm confident. I believe. So these are the things that we want to be saying. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. Right? I'm confident. These powerful words immediately remove doubt. When you are confident, there is no misgivings. So you can begin straight away. In a discussion, notice how the other person smiles and relaxes when you address his concern with, I believe we can do something about this. The words do not represent commitment. It means you are willing to consider and have sufficient knowledge of the situation to believe compromise is possible, right? These are key things in language. I understand. Are you listening to instructions for a project? Is your colleague venting about city traffic? Are your children complaining because you missed an important school event? The words I understand apply to the three scenarios. The first requires comprehension. The second needs a listening ear. And the third calls for a commitment to prioritize your family. I understand adds motivation and meaning, connection to your earlier I will. It demonstrates empathy versus I know, which can sound dismissive. You see the science going on here, right? I understand. Let's keep going. I don't have the answers, but I will find out. See, this is positive language. Man, I don't know, but I'll find out. This is not how people talk. Hey, is such and such a and that's it. Hey, what about that? That's how people communicate. This statement of negation spoken with honesty releases the power of a specific intention. Not knowing presents a valuable opportunity to learn something new. Having the courage to admit you don't know, you don't have the answers, also removes pressure on your team to know everything all the time. Such pressure can push people to pretend with dire consequences. It's acceptable not to have the answers and then learn from it. The next time a similar situation arises, you will definitely know how to respond. I don't have the answers, but I will find out. You are right. It's my mistake. To honesty, now add humility. Swallowing a piece of humble pie is not easy. People just as soon point at colleagues, suppliers, clients, the cat, the weather, or planets rather than admit they are responsible for a problem. Yeah, yo, it's Mercury retrograde, yo, that's why. No, you fucked up. How about that? These powerful words establish where the responsibility for the problem lies, a big step in finding a solution. Unless someone has the humility to say these words, you can forget about solving any problem. Admitting a mistake is not a sign of weakness, but a measure of courage and solid self-concept. The admission that you have contributed to a problem comes with the intent to find a solution. You will gain the respect and loyalty of your team when you take actual responsibility. You're right. My mistake. This is not how people talk. This is not how people talk. So you see, there's a science to this thing. So now we understand why those that have keep having and those that don't keep losing. Would you please? Take these conversation tools and add them into your lexicon. All right. Productive overachievers perform well individually, but they are not always good leaders or team persons. That's usually because they are perfectionists, reluctant to delegate and unwilling to collaborate. You can be outstanding at number 1 through 4 and have no reason to say number 5 or 6, but you would be missing out on the fulfillment from synergy. From these powerful words acknowledge other people's contributions. You gain new perspective and they grow in experience as they perform. It's about mentoring. Step back and let other team members shine. They will be motivated to realize their potential and you will learn about being a true leader. Would you please ... I appreciate. Thank you. Stated sincerely with a smile can make someone's day. I appreciate has even a greater impact. These powerful words can rapidly manifest good things. Say it properly to someone for something specific, and you will motivate her continue to do well. Apply its creative effect on you with the nightly habit of listing down the things you appreciate each day, and you will become fully aware of the wonderful things in your life here and now, showing gratitude about something that always creates more of the same. I opened this up discussing that the ass and the mouth is in a relationship with each other. How many people wake up with gratitude? How many people talk about what they don't like? Often, never gratitude. You're hella woke, right? But you're hella losing because your language is for the world, but not for you. You have been taught not to have a conversation with your children. Children need sound. They need tone. They need to hear the words, "You're amazing. You are awesome. You are great." Instead of, no, don't touch that. Leave it alone. No, stop. Go ahead now. Go to bed. Eat your food, right? It's like photosynthesis to a plant. That's what language is. All right. I appreciate. We can try. Hotel expatriate work contracts usually run for 2 years, and I've witnessed these scenarios regularly. A new manager eager to prove himself will immediately change existing procedures and implement his way of doing things, even when the old systems work just fine. Or he has a really innovative idea about the team, used to do things like the old way, put up a lot of resistance. We can try our powerful words that reduce friction in a situation. It involves an attempt to retain existing procedures that work well. It produces a willingness to test new ideas before lining up complaints about how you think they won't work. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, we can. We are committed. Expect only the best. Look at the language. Yes, we can. We're committed. Expect only the best. These powerful words hold a guarantee that a thing simply is. Its power is found in the collective confidence of your team. Such commitment becomes part of a brand. Its power extends over to public perception and the unquestionably quality associated with brand and logo. Think of the globally acknowledged quality of Mercedes-Benz engineering, Patek Philippe timepieces, and Michelin star restaurants. We are committed represents a powerful challenge and a worthwhile achievement that produces game-changing results. Powerful words draw your reality. What you think and say create your experience. Deliberately choose positive words in thought, speech, and with music as you sing about and expect good things are happening. Hold on. Peep this. What you think and say create your experience. Didn't I open this up saying that the ass and the mouth are in a relationship with each other? The mouth and the ass are the same thing. They both get rid of waste. One deals with the past, one deals with the future. One burps, one breaks wind. They both represent time leaving the body. The problem is the mouth has become the ass. So people talk nothing but shit. I apologize for being vulgar, but it gotta land. What you think and say create your experience. If you are experiencing unfavorable conditions, it's because of how you talk. Right? Check. Yes, we can. We are committed. Expect only the best. That was brilliant. As children, we're taught, we look at magic as a rabbit coming out of a hat. That's magic. We don't look at language as magic. What is magic? What does that mean? What is magic? What's the definition of magic? What does it mean to be magical? What does magic mean? Magic, the use of means such as charms or spells believed to have supernatural power over natural forces. Magic rites of incarnations, an extraordinary power or influence seemingly from a supernatural source. Both, something that seems to cast a spell. Enchantment, the art of producing illusions by sleight of hand, having seemingly supernatural qualities or powers, giving a feeling of enchantment. I'm going to go somewhere with this. Does a human being come from a supernatural place? Because magic deals with the supernatural. Anybody, does anybody, matter of fact, let's do this. Because we're about to end this on a high note. So you see the definition of magic, right? Now let's go here. Let's go here. Does the human being come from a supernatural place? Because magic is all about the supernatural, right? So do y'all have supernatural abilities? If so, what are they? If you guys can see my screen, press 1. If you can see the words. Can you guys see my screen? Someone tricked you and told you to put the Bible down. I'm telling you, you need to pick it up. You don't have to believe the stories, but you're missing out. Let me show you how. I just asked you if we come from a supernatural place, because magic deals with the supernatural. So if you come from supernatural place, that means you have supernatural abilities. Now watch this. In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. And God said, hold up, stop right there. Now I need someone to answer this. What about you is supernatural? Take what I just said. What just happened here? I need some people in the chat to put their thinking caps on. What just happened here? This is the opening of the Bible. What just happened here? Something happened. Anybody? Anybody? Anybody want to crack at it? Anybody? What just happened here? I asked, are you supernatural? Right? The God created by talking. And that's how it opens up. And God said. Right? Just like that. Let there be light. Bang. The Bible runs the world whether you believe it or not. I'm not going to bait the theology as Egyptian or anything. Let's just take it literal for a second. And God said, boom. That right there tells me that the supernatural part of you, what's the topic of today's discussion, y'all? What about you is supernatural? Where does I am come from again? What about you is supernatural? Your words. Lions can't speak something into existence. Lions cannot change its nature from talking. No creature on this planet can use language to create something. This creator, this deity, created with language. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Hold on. And God said, "Let there be," another one. "Let there be firmament in the midst of the waters and divide the waters from the waters." Hold on. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be placed and let the dry land appear," and it was so. Hold on. Look at all this talking going on. So do you understand what I said when I'm telling you that your language is your vehicle to navigate? Because the ability to speak connects you with whatever you think the source is. Genesis is creation. It opens up just talking. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. "Let there be the firmament," it was the firmament. If you're oppressed, it's because you want to be. If you're in pain, it's because you want to be. If you don't have the things that you need, it's because you want. It's because you don't want it. You cannot believe in God, but you don't have the ability to create like the God that you believe in. What is the point? Give it up. Give it up. The nature of God is creation. Language, thought, vibration, frequency. That is the nature of God. If you want to understand God, start talking. But the power of life and death is in the tongue. Let me find the best thing that. Let me show you how ill this talking is. Let me show you how. Let me show you how ill it is. Let me show you how powerful. Let me show you how powerful language is. And you've been sitting on this your entire life. But you've been robbed, though. You've been robbed. Can y'all still see my screen? Let me make sure. Okay, 1 second. Look at this. Uh-oh. What's this? Oh. Anybody want to cover that? Huh? Anybody want to cover that? Y'all see what that say? And God said, "Let us make man in our image after our likeness." God created man in his image What is the image of God? What is the image of God? We're going to start having some Bible study too, because I'm cold with that shit. We get into that. What is the image of God? Anybody? Come on now. I know I wasn't the only one. I know I wasn't the only one that had to be at Sunday school every day. Huh? What is the image? So y'all got that, right? Y'all see that this thing is creating with language, right? Now, what is the image of God? Because this is you. So let's find out the image of God, because it said, let us create man in our image after our likeness. So what is the image of God? Because this is you. What's that say? Oh, so we just found out what God's image is. Oh, so the image of God is spirit. This is John 4, chapter 24. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So when the creator is saying, let us make man in our image after our likeness, that is a spirit. So when you're having a worldly conversation, that is nothing but your flesh. Has nothing to do with you. Systematic oppression, that's flesh. Oh, patriarchy, that's flesh. Oh, I'm a white supremacy, that's flesh. You're made in the image and likeness of the creator. So the way that you manifest that is through your language. The spirit is thought, sound, vibration, frequency. These are the ways that you create. This is why it's important to get control over your mouth and put your ass where it's supposed to be, behind you. God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit. So if God is spirit, then you're spirit, because we just seen you create man in his image after his likeness. Now, of course, you have to eat food. I'm not talking about that. The flesh that I'm talking about is the flesh that you create with this system. These principalities, these devils that you create with your language. That's the flesh that I'm talking about. The things that are coming into your life, ruining your life. You are creating it with the way that you are talking. Now, I've seen many of you participate in my chat, and y'all said you will X, Y, and Z. Y'all said that I am X, Y, and Z. I didn't see nobody say oppressed. I didn't see nobody say in pain. I didn't see nobody say hurt. I seen a group of people that were using their words to get where they have to go. That makes you the tallest tree in the forest. And that is the true definition of being saved. Because I didn't save you. You saved yourself. The Creator created commanding. He didn't ask light to appear. He said it, and that was what it was. So spend the rest of the year in a position of authority with your language. You say it, and it is. You speak it, and then your hands and your feet and your body put in the work. Say it, and it exists. But there's a trick, though. After you say it, your hands and your feet have to go get it. All right? Your language is your compass, y'all. I don't want to talk about no more ancestors. We're the ancestors. If the children that come behind us have the same problems that we have, then what did we do? What was we doing here? How do we spend our time? How do we spend our money? What do we put our attention on? Right? You are free from generational curses because you put it in that chat. And when you put it in that chat, you put it in virtual reality. The cloud don't know your bloodline. That's a clean slate. And we are in quantum. So if you put belief behind them things that you said, your life is going to turn around so quick. And your old self is going to be in your rear view. But first, you have to put your ass and your mouth where they belong. Your mouth is for your future, and your ass is for your past. My name is Ken Billions. I appreciate you guys for being here. I could not do it without you, and I appreciate you taking yourself serious. You could have been anywhere, but you were here for an hour and a half. That doesn't say anything about me. That says a lot about you. Coin Gang Ministry, y'all, right? Remember, you got to put something down to pick something up, right? You got to put something down to pick something up, all right? So I'm going to get out of here. If you want to follow up with me, you can hit the Nothing But Game hotline, 888-565-8734. 888-565-8734. You call me with your problems, and I'm going to give you the answers. All right? It's nothing but love. I see you guys next time. Peace.